Hello and a very cool hello afternoon to every one of you. For those of you who are in Singapore, it has been a very rainy 2 days. So I guess there's no need for air conditioning for this couple of days. So I think Daikin, perhaps, just kidding. All right, everyone. Good afternoon to all of you. My name is Suhaimi, and I am your host for today's masterclass presented by Daikin, all about optimizing HVAC design and control solution. We have over 120 people in the room right now, and my understanding is we also have people joining us from Malaysia, from Philippines, as well as Indonesia. So welcome to all of you. I hope the weather is much nicer where you are. And to our Muslim friends who are fasting, Ramadan Kareem to all of you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first masterclass that we have with BEX Asia's partners for 2025. And BEX Asia, of course, is the leading trade exhibition for the built environment, which focuses on digitalization, sustainability, and innovation. We're really happy to have with us today Daikin, who will be sharing with us principles, ideas, and strategies for HVAC design and control solutions. First of all, let me introduce to my first speaker, um, Manal. Can I have the next slide? I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I think there's a bit of atmospheric interference thanks to the uh, internet. Thanks to the rain. Yes. So my first speaker here is Yong Ping, and he's of course an experienced individual with a diverse background in technical solutions. He's been with Daikin for 8 years, leading the software application management for Daikin in the ASEAN and Oceania region. As a technologist, he worked on projects that developed software applications for Daikin regionally to empower more users with tools to improve productivity at work. And I guess, ladies and gentlemen, we all know how important software is these days, right? There's only so much limit, there's only so much that you can do with hardware, but the real exponential power is in intelligent software. So, Yongping, can I have you turn on your camera, say hello to everyone?
Hello. Hi, I'm Yong Ping.
Okay, and Yongping, so you feeling quite chilly today?
Yes,
So no aircon for you?
chill. No, we have a very good air conditioning system in our office today that manages our temperature to great comfort.
So it's not too cold for you today, yeah?
No, no, not at all.
Nice and comfortable because I'm really cold where I am in my office. All right, Yongping, I shall not take a lot of your time. I believe you have an interesting presentation for all of us here. So I'll just before we begin with the presentation, I just like to let everyone know that if you have any questions, you can ask the questions using the Q&A function at the bottom of the Zoom chat, and we will address the questions at the end of this session. All right. So Yongping, over to you then.
Thank you. Thank you, Suhaimi. Yep. So just give me a moment while I switch over to my screen. Hi, good afternoon. Yep. So I'm Yong Ping from Engineering Department in Daikin Air Conditioning, Singapore. I'll start off here this afternoon with a presentation on working towards intelligent design using DKBIM and BIM for HVAC design, and my colleague will follow up with the control solutions in the second half of this seminar. So the topics for today, we have some background about the need for the design before introducing DKBIM and its features. We will get some insights about the overall platform that DKBIM provides. Additionally, we'll be sharing the Daikin BIM library as a source resource hub, which will be provided before we sum up this chapter. What are the market challenges faced recently, we actually see that project requirements are increasingly difficult and challenging to meet for the market. Green building standards have put up more matrices for efficiency and sustainability as countries strive to make the effort towards their contribution to reduce climate change. Project owners and implementation parties are made to observe and adhere to stringent requirements. Certain situations face errors in design and which may lead to high costs to rectify. These high costs are usually due to the late notice of the flaw. Ensuring the design is feasible from the start will help to reduce these costs at the end to rectify when the project enters later stages. Designing right from the first time is key for all projects that we embark on. Design phase is a golden period to quickly pick up potential issues and improve layouts before foundation is laid. With digital design use, it is easily verified for issues upfront and compared for improvement. With software use, we can achieve these checks easily with great accuracy. Daikin creates a software ecosystem for promoting holistic solutions in air conditioning. We go beyond being a manufacturer and work with to become a partner of solutions. HVAC design is a time-consuming and manual when it comes to checking for the rules. With software being used right now, engineers and consultants can use it as a basic operation for daily use. Daikin continues to be in the market leading with the use of design software in our technical support. Applications continue to be improved and advanced with more integrated solutions. DKBIM is positioned as the latest design software from Daikin, and based on experience from past software, Daikin BIM is developed and enhanced. DKBIM is designed to be a new cornerstone application within Daikin. It is set to be the replacement for our legacy software used for load calculation and equipment selection. Our workhorse software have reached the limits of efficacy and make way for DKBIM. Using newer technologies, we crafted DKBIM for the new era, posing greater range of upgrade possibilities. As a result, our past software has been put to end of life, paving the way for new holistic software to take over the design activity for Daikin. Daikin is now using DKBIM as the key application to support our customers in design. DKBIM platform has various components, making the software a key pillar in Daikin support for project design. Having different input methods for the project information through the use of 3D Revit models or 2D CAD layout drawings to provide the required information about the space and building. Putting into the design, where load calculations for the space is available for a smooth and prompt equipment selection process. After which, we will be able to go through the reports in different formats for effective sharing with our end customers. Future expansion of DKBIM into our Revit plugin links the information from the platform itself and an additional BIM library. The key feature modules within DKBIM are heat load calculation, equipment selection, piping wiring diagram, layout planner, and a future release of Revit plugin for DKBIM. There are various features in DKBIM worth sharing. Firstly, for account-based operations used across multiple devices, we will no longer need to have repeated license applications. Users will just need to apply for one DKBIM account to use across their devices. Having an online login will have the project sync to the device available to access any information from the client itself. While on the move, there is no longer added need or fears of intermittent connection, as files can be saved offline or synced later. So this allows us to have a hybrid work conditions where information can be updated automatically. Next, we are able to work in a work group to boost online collaboration, while we have the option to actually have a view-only mode to actually view the project without making accidental changes. Next, regarding heat load calculations itself, the heat load calculation software actually has the reference based on ASHRAE radian time series evaluation. So this is the updated calculation method to keep providing better solutions for the customer. Using climate information from ASHRAE weather stations globally, support the calculations for more accurate results. Multiple report formats can be generated through extensive information for sharing, as it can be in the form of Word, Excel, or PDF format. Being a holistic platform for design, heat load calculations can be directed to our equipment selection by a single click button. And in the conditions where information is limited, users can actually choose for a simplified heat load calculation instead of one that is very detailed with the need of very much information. And such options are available at the start of a project initialization. For equipment selection, we go one step further into the business of our unitary product, where the selection of BRV, Sky Air, Split, Multi, and Package units can be selected within one single project file. This put ease for project designers who want the summary report to cover all related equipment. In the equipment selection, the piping and wiring schematics can be generated for a simple evaluation of feasibility. The results can be exported in a DWG or PDF format for ease of deployment in project documentation. As we have increased need for tabulated technical information, we are able to export all the equipment information in a schedule in Excel for ease of project submission. Even though DKBIM is a holistic software, we still maintain the allowance of independent equipment selection without the need of creating a heat load calculation beforehand. For future integrations, we have a DKBIM plugin to actually update BIM models into architectural models. This tool allows the project model to be quickly completed with an automatic import. So next, we will actually look into a video demo of the heat load calculation.
Here is the short introductory video for DKBM for the topic of detailed heat load calculations. We shall start off with project information for a project in DKBM. This is to input the relevant information and initialize the project file. We have information such as selection name, project name, climate information, and default room space conditions. Next, we can head to Room Detail tab to input the information about the room space. Here we have 4 room space defined under an office building application. There are a few parameters to input here: room space conditions, specifications, and internal loads. After which we head off to define the envelope materials for the room space where the external loads can transmit through them. Here we have defined for roof, floor walls, and windows. Following on, we head off to load calculations to get the results. There are 3 options of reports available: summary report in Word or PDF, and a schedule in Excel. Analysis period is available for selection too. There is also options available to manage the chapters in the summary report. We will proceed to get a design load calculated. The system will proceed to perform the calculations and report generation now. Here is the list of reports file generated based on the earlier selection. We can review the load calculation results in Calculation Results tab. Here the 4 room spaces are listed in order with the respective information. To proceed with selection, click on Equipment Selection to proceed. In the Heat Load Profile tab, click Import Heat Load Calc, and the room space information and load results will be brought in automatically. Equipment selection can be proceed in the following tabs to complete the selection from here on. That's it for the quick introduction of detailed heat load calculation for DKBM. Here is the
Okay, next we will take a look at the equipment selection video for the last part of DKBIM before we move on to talk about the bin library.
Here is a short video for DKBM on the topic of equipment selection. We now head to FCU selection. Here we continue from the earlier video, where we had import the heat load results from detailed heat load calculations. The rooms and the respective loads are already automatically brought in. You can also manually add new rooms into the selection. Here we will select the FCU for each room by selecting the series and type for automatic sizing of the FCU. We will select Update Selection to let DKBIM size the FCU according to the cooling load. The status icon will show green for successful selection of the model for the room. For manual selection of models, where special design considerations are made outside of DKBM calculations, the series, type, and model can be manually input and verified. The status icon will also update to show the success of the verification. The design capacity shown here is based on the selected FCU model operating in the given room and outdoor conditions. The deviation versus load is the difference between the design capacity of the FCU against the total load in the room. Next, we will head to CU selection to match the FCU to CU. Here we will also have to select the CU series and type. We will select the combination of the FCU to CU in the window and select Calculate to get the recommendations for the best possible CU model. For one-to-one systems, the CU model will automatically be selected. That's it for the introduction of equipment selection for DKBM. Here is
So next, moving on to BIM in the move towards digitalization. PCA and CONNET has moved towards city planning and required building model submission for new construction. On top of that, BIM project management is useful and taking form in the near future for project team in the construction field. Detailed model submission by each contributing party is part of the effort involved. The submitted models in the final construction model with all entities included can be used for asset management in the post-construction period. As manufacturers, the role to provide equipment models will help support the implementation of BIM. Daikin hence created a BIM library as a source of quality models for Daikin equipment. The BIM library created is an open web portal for easy access and lookup of Revit BIM objects. It is totally free to use with just a simple application of an account online. Mainly, VRV, SkyAir, and Split models are available for download from the library, which will be updated regularly. Additional specification tables about the models will be available at the website for download. To cater for various project needs and manage model counts, family objects are available on top of single model objects, allowing file quantity to be kept manageable. The information and model details at the general project levels of LOD level of about 400. We here have the QR code for the link to the BIM library, or you can search it on Google. The BIM library is a library of 1,000 models, 1,000 project models, and 1,000 Next, we have a video to share more about the BIM library.
This is an introductory video to Dakin BIM library. It will briefly show the BIM library website and the download of the objects. To look up the BIM library for Dakin objects, open the web browser and search for Dakin BIM library. Look for the search results that return Dakin BIM library and click on the link that has Dakin BIM library in the URL. You will be redirected to the website main page directly. You will see the total number of models available in the main page. Here you'll be able to select the country/region for filtering results. Item search is possible with the input of the model name that you like to search in detail. Category is also used to filter the business unit types between VRV, Skyair, and SPILT models. We shall select VRV category to view the models. Here the models of VRV will be listed based on the sorting by the filter itself. Individual models will be shown in the page. Advanced search is available to provide more filtering of the display information. Top key filter is available to quickly sort between outdoor and indoor units. Selecting the option of outdoor units, we come to view all the outdoor unit models. Sorting results in alphabetical order. Order of upload and order of update is available. Here we select a VRVA series of RXQ8 AYM model to dive deeper. In the individual model page, vast information is available. From write-up description, preview specifications in the object, 3D preview of the model before download. Here you can interact and rotate the preview model to review the shape and external details. You may choose to download the family object for the full series instead of a single model from the Series and Other Series buttons below. As the series has 3 combinations of objects, there are 3 family models available for download. Select Add to Cart to put them into the record for download later. Next, we can head to View Your Cart to review the model selected for download. Click RFA Download to select the Revit version that is required for the object to work with. That's it for the introduction to Dakin BIM library use.
Sorry about the technical incident. We will return back shortly. So now we come to the summary for the presentation so far. DKBIM is a new generation design application from Daikin where one main software can address our basic needs. Updates will continue to be automatically pushed down to the clients without the fear of missing out. They will continue to be progressively improved upon with feature improvements and bug fixes to ensure the use of the software is smooth. To further support the increased usage of BIM, the BIM library is available to provide BIM objects for designers to use in the Revit design. Objects from the library target to meet project operations requirements for LOD around level 400. With DKBIM with BIM library as a platform, Daikin continue to provide solutions on both its internal and external customers. And that's it for my presentation this afternoon. Thank you for your time, and back to you, Suhaini.
Thank you very much, Yong Ping. So I guess you're helping the industry get ready for Cornet X2, yeah? Because I've been attending a couple of sessions on Open BIM and all that discussions about IFC and the pain that it is to create. But it's good to know that Daikin's product is already ready with integration into BIM for particularly for Revit. Now, next, ladies and gentlemen, at the second part of this presentations, I would like to invite Mr. Jeffrey Ng, who will be sharing with us on the Maruto solutions for light commercial applications. Now, Jeffrey holds a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering from University Tunku Abdul Rahman and has over 7 years experience in the HVAC industry. He's currently a systems engineer at Daikin Air Conditioning and collaborates closely with consultants and industry professionals on green mark projects, demonstrating his commitment to sustainability in the built environment. In addition to his technical expertise, he's also an active contributor to the industry through his leadership as the membership promotion chair for the ASHRAE Singapore chapter for the term of 2024 and 2025. And in this role, he is dedicated to fostering community engagement, inspiring young engineers, and advocating for the widespread adoption of sustainable engineering practices within the HVAC sector. Sounds like you are a very, very busy man, yeah? All right, Jeffrey, I won't take up too much of the time. It's over to you for your presentation.
Okay, thanks, Noemi. Yeah, I'm Jeffrey from Daikin Singapore. Maybe I'll just share my screen. Sorry. Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. So today I'll be talking on the Maruto solution for light commercial application. Okay, so there's a Daikin Environment Vision, whereby Daikin is committed with the Global Environment Vision. By 2050, Daikin aims to tackle the greenhouse gas emission to net zero. So there's three main pillars for Daikin, which is through the product, through the power of air, which is the IEQ, and the third one is through the solution. So for this presentation, I'll be focusing mostly on through the solution, because on top of the energy efficiency of the equipment, the further improvement of energy saving can be done by centralized controller. So what is Maruto? So in Japanese, Maruto means entirely. So in a HVAC term, it simply means entire HVAC centralized control solution, and maybe can be more than that. So Maruto can act as a real-time remote monitoring and control, and you'll be able to control and monitor from anywhere and anytime that you want, as long as there's an internet connections. Besides that, Maruto is a centralized controller to control multiple air conditioning and possibly with other devices as well. With a centralized controller, further energy optimization are able to be done from the Maruto side. While for maintenance, it gives the user peace of mind, as it allows user to get the exact notification and error code when the air conditioning equipment is breakdown. So it also allows to have a predicting function, whereby when the system operates abnormally, there's an abnormal status that will appear, and it will inform the user about this abnormality. Before it breaks down, the FM will try to fix the problem to actually reduce the downtime. So the application for the Maruto is able to use in a wide application, such as the office or commercial buildings. Then maybe hospital, nursing home, schools, hotels, and factory and warehouse. Besides control and monitoring, the main reason why Maruto solutions are applicable into this application is to give the user to reduce their operating expenses. As reducing the energy consumption, it will help in saving the energy bill for the user and thus reduce the operating expenses of the electricity bills. So what is the function of the monitor? The next slide will show you on the function. So we have a monitor have multiple useful functions that we each the user. So the first one is a multi-device support. So this multi-device support, you're able to log in to monitor and control through multiple devices, such as your laptop, your tablet, or maybe your computers. Next, this is the layout view, whereby every devices able to actually monitor from this layout view, and it will indicate exactly where's the location of the fan coil unit. Because normally they will put the unit tag. If there's a normal centralized controller without this layout view, they will have a normal they have a tag fan coil unit -1, -2, -3. So user will not know where's the location of this fan coil unit 1, 2, or 3. So with this layout view, it will ease the user to actually look from the layout itself, and they can directly click into it to actually adjust and monitor from there. The next one is the multi-site management. So if the tenant have a multiple sites at different part of the area, they are able to use this multi-site management through a monitor. So in one of the headquarters, they are able to actually monitor and control as well. Yeah. The next one is the map view. So this map view able to pinpoint where is the location of the equipment, and from there, if there's any error appear, they will just turn red. I will show you in the next few slides later. So for different user administration functions, so for example, if you have a two zone, so in different zone, they have a different authority. So Maruto able to set, like for zone A, they have one authority, one login, only able to control by this user. Another zone B, they are able to control only this another user. So it's like more flexible. The next one is the error notification. If there's any error appears in the aircon, a notification will be sent to the email to notify the user that your equipment already break down. So after sales service able to actually, once they get this error, they will prepare the equipment to spare part to actually change, so they can directly go to site without needing to know what is the diagnose what is the problem first. Yeah. So connectivity with other systems. So by using Maruto, we are able to connect to other systems such as the lighting, pressure fan, IAQ sensors, and other devices performing interlocking functions. While for the operation data output function, we are able to extract all of the data from the aircon system, like start, stop, all the basic ones, and maybe some of the important data as well. Then we have a schedule control. So schedule control is very important to improve the energy saving. So you can do a lot of scheduling, like I'm going to explain in a few slides later as well. So the next one is the interlocking control of devices. Yeah, so you are able to do interlocking functions with other devices to actually save energy as well. So the next one is the energy saving simulation. So this energy saving simulation able to indicate the energy saving if we were to perform a specific limitation. So I'm going to show in a few slides later as well. The next one is the energy visualization, whereby by adding the pulse meter, we are able to visualize the energy consumption in terms of kilowatt hour of the air conditioning system. So this four function is very crucial, important to be able to indicate the energy use. So from there, they are able to tackle the energy saving for light commercial application. Besides, this is the standard function of Marutos. Besides that, we also have the options function for Maruto as well. This is the add-on. So the next one is a remote emergency operation, whereby if there's a fire alarm being activated, we are able to stop all the operation. And when the fire alarm be activated, you'll be able to return to the original state. The next one is a remote monitoring system, RMS. So this RMS is very, very important in order actually pair with the M&B, measurement and verification. So any green mark projects require this M&B, they are able to extract the kilowatt per ton of the information and use this info to actually submit to the DCA. So besides that, there's a email, besides email notification, there's a error notification to social media apps as well, such as a Line, or maybe in the future it's a WhatsApp. So this thing is very crucial when the email is unable to access at the point of time. So with this social media support, it provides the detail and the insights to reduce the downtime of the operation. Our cloud-based centralized controller are also able to analyze the equipment when it runs abnormalities. So basically, they are able to predict the possible failure before it fails. With this function, facility manager able to take action of the building to actually repair the faulty equipment before it fails. So the next one is energy saving with FF control. So this feed-forward control is this is a optimization of the operation, but still not available at the moment yet. It will be available maybe in Q2 of this year. So this one uses the AI to actually optimize the performance of the aircon equipment. One of the part of the energy saving solutions. The next one is the PPD function. So this PPD is we call it power proportional distribution, whereby if the building have multiple tenants, so this multiple tenant, how are we going to build them if they are using at a different timing at different rates? So with this PPD function, we are able to capture the power consumption used for the CU and condensing unit and the fan coil unit, so that we can build the tenant proportionally to their usage. Besides that, Maroto able to is compatible to BACnet as well. So all the aircon parameter are able to monitor from both BACnet or maybe Maroto dashboard. The next one is the demand function. This demand function able to flexibly perform priority-based setting based on the user input. By having this function, user able to save electricity while running on a priority area. So next is a function. I'll just brief through, like this is how the dashboard will be looking like for the multi-device support. So you're able to look on all the fan coil units here. So the next one is a layout view. So you're able to input your layout into the Maroto system, input the layout, so that from there you're able to look on the fan coil unit, which area represent which fan coil unit, and from there you're able to actually control as well for the particular fan coil unit. So the next one is the multi-site management. So multi-site management and the map view. So you are able to look on the map itself, how many branch you have. So in this case, Thailand, they have 2 branch. So it's marked in the blue color point. Then if there's any error, like the malfunction of the aircon, it will indicate in red, so that we know there's error occurs. So from there, we can able to click onto it to know what is the actual issue and actual problem. So scheduling function, this is the scheduling function whereby you are able to set weekly scheduling or annual scheduling from here. And it's up to 10 program per zone. So the next one is a scheduling function as well. So basically, this scheduling function, besides on and off, we are able to control this start, stop, remote controller restricted, fan speed, airflow direction, and we are able to have this timer extension as well, and it can go up to 180 minutes for the extension. So with this extension, you are able to actually save energy, and all these scheduling function, you are able to save the energy and eliminate the not necessary usage of the electricity. So the next slide is a function of the Maroto is with to be able to do the interlocking function. So our cloud-based centralized controller are able to connect with other devices, and these devices are able to perform the interlocking function with the air conditioning. For example, the example 1, which is the CO2 sensors, and they connected to the HRV. HRV referring to the heat recovery ventilator. It can be a pre-cool fresh air unit or maybe fresh air fan as well. So how are we going to do this interlocking? So if the IAQ sensors, we have a setting maybe 1001 ppm. When it reaches the threshold, the IAQ monitor sensors, we actually, if we do a setting in the Maroto Edge here, they are able to trigger the interlocking function to call this HRV or maybe pre-cool unit to actually pump in more fresh air so that the CO2 content will be diluted. Or maybe you can change with fresh air fan as well, maybe to extract out all the excessive CO2. So this is one of the methods able to avoid sick building syndrome. Besides that, the example 2, as you can see on the right side, this is a hotel keycard system whereby it's very useful for hotel applications. So when the centralized system is linked to a keycard system, the keycard system able to link to maybe the RCU or maybe a dry contact. So once the keycard is inserted, the power of the power of the light and the aircon will turn on. So by doing this, we are able to actually save energy. So they don't need to turn on this turn on the lighting before that. So when they pull out the keycard, they can just turn off the aircon and the lighting. So besides that, Maruto functions, this is the energy simulation, energy visualization, sorry. So if you were to add the energy pulse meter here, you're able to monitor the energy consumption as you can look from the right hand side graph here. So if you have multiple condensing units, you're able to monitor the multiple condensing unit power consumption in terms of kilowatt hour. So by monitoring the power consumption, you are able to know like which month they are using the most energy, and so from there you are able to actually tackle how to save energy from there. So the next one is energy saving simulation, where it allowed the user to simulate the situation whereby if you were to look on this indoor temperature set point, so instead of maybe 21, you set it at 23 or maybe 24 degrees, and you are able to actually monitor from the slide here that there's a energy power saving that you're able to actually do. Yeah. Then on the right hand side is the timing of the simulation that you set. For example, maybe 7:30 a.m. you turn on the aircon, and from 10 p.m. sorry, you turn off. So from here you are able to know what is the saving that you are able to actually get. So this is the saving simulation, whereby before you do anything, you're able to simulate the situation to know that you'll be able to save this much of energy before you implement this. So the next one is the optional function of Marutos. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier in the slide, this is the PPD function, which is the power proportional distribution, whereby this power proportional distribution able to calculate different tenant usage, and from there they are able to actually build different tenants based on the energy usage that they use. The next one. So this is the remote monitoring system. So this is the RMS system that we we have in our system. So this RMS system, right? If you can see from here, this is you are able to monitor the TSE, total system cooling efficiency. So if you were to click onto it, right, you are able to actually look into the much more detailed information, like the efficiency in terms of COP, the power cooling, power consumption, energy save. So for the green mass emission, maybe you can look onto this graph, whereby this dashboard, right, you are able to look into this outdoor average cooling efficiency in kilowatt per ton, indoor average efficiency in kilowatt per ton, and system average cooling efficiency in kilowatt per ton. So by this one, right, this dashboard, right, you're able to actually export in a PDF, and you can use this as a summation for GreenMap. So the next one is the prediction. So as you can see here, before the thing failure happen, we are able to actually predict what will happen. For example, the indoor unit heat exchanger may be dirty, so recommend to make a visual check. So before that error occurs, we are able to sense the abnormality of the equipment. So from there, they are able to save the FM work, so that when the thing broke down, before the thing broke down, they are able to actually solve the problem. Yeah. So my next slide is a video. It will actually summarize all the points that I mentioned earlier. So I'll just play the video.
Maruto, a Daikin cutting-edge HVAC management solution. Maruto is an all-in-one cloud-based management service that brings you closer to your business whenever and wherever you need to solve HVAC lifecycle problems. HVAC connected to the internet can utilize Maruto at any time to access the latest functions and services. Not only facility managers, but users too can operate equipment from their own computers and smartphones. Also, remote management of entire buildings and other locations is possible from anywhere using Maruto. Flexible solutions and support are custom-built to industry type.
I think your slide might have frozen there.
Yeah. Let me go.
And the lifecycle problems of customers.
Okay.
The interface provides instant recognition of building status, along with user-friendly map and layout view screens that anyone can operate. Maruto can be customized according to application, such as offices and hospitals, to achieve the optimal system. Maruto records, stores, visualizes, and analyzes the operation data of your air conditioners. This allows you to understand the equipment real-time operating status while contributing to energy savings and longer product life. If there is an abnormality, the system alerts you via email or social media application, and our remote emergency operation will reduce downtime and contribute to the stable operation of your business. Maruto delivers new value in air conditioning by combining collected and stored data with Daikin unique technologies. For confidence, convenience, and energy savings in system control and management, Maruto.
Okay. So I have two last slides. The first one is the schematic for the Maruto diagram. So basically, as you can see from here, this is the overall schematic of our Maruto connection diagram. So this is the main Maruto edge from our side here. This is our central controller here. And from here, we're able to connect it to all the CU and the fan coil unit of the air conditioning. So we can connect up to 512 of fan coil unit. And for the other devices, such as the lighting, the pressure fan, and maybe the sensors, we are able to connect through our Wago system. We call it the DI and DO module. So from here, we have to go through internet, and we'll be capturing everything from the cloud data and cloud base. So from here, you are able to monitor and control from your tablet, your phone, your laptop. So this is the overall equipment schematic diagram. So the next slide is a final slide, which is the potential green mark points that you may be able to actually get if you were to apply for some of these here. So in green marks point, based on IN 3.1, there's a requirement energy measurement trend and analysis of the energy consumption and efficiency, whereby you need to energy breakdown of energy consumption by system, such as the air conditioning, So if you were to have this energy breakdown for air conditioning, you may be awarded to have a 1 point. And for the another point, which is the IN 3.3 potential point, which is help and comfort. So there's a requirement from a BCA whereby help and comfort provision of the indoor air quality monitoring system with zonal control. So basically, the parameter you have to monitor is the temperature, RH, CO2, TVOC, and PM2.5. And earlier, I did mention about the interlocking function from our aircon equipment with the CO2 sensors and HRV or PICO units. So we are able to do this interlocking with zone control as well. So this is the point if the designer were to look on the green mark points, this is the points that you may be looking forward to. Yeah. So thank you for my thank you. This is all my presentation. I'll get back to you, Suhaimi.
All right, thank you very much, Jeffrey. So that was an interesting presentation. Can I just request that you stay on the camera, Jeffrey? Because it seems like we have quite a fair bit of questions that have come in. Some have been answered on the live chat, Q&A, but let me just summarize some of what I think are some of the more common questions. One would be about can this Maruto systems be used with other solutions? And does it run off a building's BMS? So the answer to that is yes. So it will run off as most energy optimization solutions. It will have to ride on an existing BMS, and data liabilities such as data ownership and storage has to be addressed before that. And Maruto can also be used to monitor equipment from other manufacturers. So all it needs is to be able to communicate via the usual Modbus and BACnet protocol. And it can also be used for VRV systems here. So now there's another, what I'd like to do now is actually take some of the questions that have been submitted by people when you were registering. And I believe I saw someone here, Jack from Intercontinental Hotels. He had asked this question to understand more on the application security risk, launch dates, regions for Maruto Solution cloud-based HVAC management system designed for hospitality industry. So very specific for the hospitality industry. Could you perhaps have an answer for that, Jeffrey?
Hello, can you hear
Yep.
me?
Yes.
Yeah. So basically, right, because there is a cloud-based, I understand there's a concern on security. So basically, right, just to let you guys know, our security, we have two important things here. So one is the password protected. So not everyone they are able to actually access to our system because it's password protected. Only the person that know the password login, they are able to actually monitor from there. And the second one is all the data is actually encrypted. So they are not able to simply store the data and directly get all the data that they actually need. Yeah.
I see. So you would then, of course, all your systems will comply with relevant IT standards in terms of data security. That's good. What about launch dates and regions? So the question here is this solution already available in Southeast Asia, Asia Pac for the hospitality industry, for hotels?
Yeah, for this product, we already launched, but some of the optional, like I mentioned earlier, some of them optional, like using AI to optimize the performance of the aircon unit, we'll be launching in maybe Q2 this year. Yeah,
Right.
but it's already available. If anyone wanted to know more about Baruto, they can actually reach to us so that we can actually provide the necessary information for them.
I see. That's good. Now, I see a couple of questions from online audience right now. So this is quite interesting because I'm always a proponent for predictive maintenance, right? How does Daikin's predictive alarm work? For example, when the filter is dirty, do you use a lower alarm set points pressure before the actual alarm set points for pressure?
Yeah. So basically, as you know, there's a sensors before and after of the filters. So you are
Mm-hmm.
able to from the sensors itself, they are able to actually predict the airflow maybe going going through the draw through the air is lesser. So from there they are able to actually mention I mean from there they are able to actually know that's maybe there's a choking happen.
I see. So of course, it then means you need to understand what's your normal operating parameters and whether it's falling in and out of that parameters
Yes.
before the time it's due, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you also need to know the mean time between failures for your various equipment. I think Jack, you followed up with a question. Jack is from Intercontinental Hotels Groups. Can Maruto be retrofitted into existing system without any monitoring, or with the old iTouch system?
Our Maruto system, right? You're not able to. The best is were to change because iTouch is only a localized controller, but for Maruto it's a cloud-based controller, so you have to add on for this on top of the ITM, iTouch Manager. Yeah, it's two different. Even though both is a centralized controller, but they have a different function. ITM mostly on localized, while for Maruto is more on cloud-based solutions.
I see. Great. Now, we don't really have much time, but I wanted to jump back to the first presentation on the DK BIM because we do have some questions here. One is from John Wong, who has asked us, how long does the BIM system optimization take, and how much does it cost per kilowatt hour or RT?
Okay, thank you for this question. But maybe I would like to clarify more regards to this question itself, because mainly our theme system actually focusing is on the basic system design for sizing up of the equipment itself. So with regards to the kilowatt per RT optimization of the beam itself, there is actually no data available because we are actually looking at right out from an initial design. So that it is not used as a comparison, but actually as an initial design phase. So there's actually no optimization in place. It's right from the start, direct design.
So it's really at the
usage.
design phase, correct?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, and so I think one here from APM Property Management, the question is, do you allow others to use the DK BIM software, or is it just for if you are a Daikin customer?
Okay, at this point of time, we are doing a soft launch of this application. We would still be doing it closely with our partners first before we actually open up the software for external open use.
I see. Yeah, because it also makes sense. Most of the data models and it comes from your own products, right? That's inside the library itself. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm afraid that's about all the time that we have, but don't worry. While we are not sharing a copy of the presentation, a copy of the entire session today will be made available online. Do look out for it in the email. It will be on our website and our socials, as well as on Daikin's. So you can also always catch up on that and review it. For those of questions that have not been fully or properly answered, we will be sharing your questions if you were not an anonymous question with Daikin, and they can follow up with you directly. At the same time, I can also put up on screen here, if we can have on screen the QR codes for you to get in touch with our two presenters today. So you can scan them and get in touch with them. Just give me a second. Can I have Minel? Do you have the slides up?
One moment, please. Let me get that up.
So don't forget, if you have any questions, follow-up questions, you can always scan the QR codes online to get in touch with our two presenters. And we also would love to see you again this year in IBEW, International Built Environment Week, which will happen on the 3rd and 4th of September at Marina Bay Sands, as well as BEX Asia, the leading trade exhibition for the built environment, from the 3rd to the 5th of September in the Marina Bay Sands. Okay, while we have that's up online available, perhaps I can share that. Just give me a second. All right, there we have it. The slides. So for ladies and gentlemen, you can scan these 2 QR codes in order to get in touch with our 2 presenters. And that brings us to the end of our presentation today, our masterclass, the first masterclass for BEX Asia. Do look out for further masterclasses in your inbox if you're subscribed to BEX Asia. Otherwise, please go ahead and subscribe to us. We'll see you in the next masterclass. Stay safe. For those of you driving home, the roads are wet, so please make sure you drive safe too. All right, take care until we see you again in the next masterclass. My name is Suhaimi from BEX Asia. Goodbye, everybody.